Hey everyone. First of all, I think I kind of have to apologize. I haven't done live streams in a while. The reason is that I have so many things to do and I just did not found the time to make a live stream and to actually be able to communicate with you in in that kind of way. And I didn't want just to do I don't know, just to do a live stream for the reason to do a live stream. This is not my thing. Like, it's absolutely not what I'm trying to do. Um, so a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to say it again and again, like several times, but a lot of people have told me, like, one of the reasons why I decided not to do a lot of live streams lately was because of the fact that a lot of people have told me to talk about the war between Ukraine and Russia, and I do not want to do this because the entire reason of the way I approached it was that I don't care, and this is something I always say. Like, if you're new here, then you don't know. If you saw several of my videos, you already know I don't support any government. I care about the people, the citizens, not the government. One of the reasons I think Israel and Baharat are great countries not just because our geopolitical you know relationship. It is also because of the fact that our people were, like, the citizens were friends. I'm sorry, I'm gonna close the window because it's super cold right now. um our people were friends way before the governments became friends. The government of Bharat did not support Israel when we were created, did not support Israel in so many times. The government of Bharat chose to do not only not support Israel, but just like blindly, like, not listen to whatever, not care about the fact that citizens are dying here. Jews, Arabs, doesn't matter, you know, who they are. That's it. Um, so this is why I decided to not talk about wars, because when I started talking about relationship between people, I got so many messages of people who were just like, pro Russia 100%, that we need to protect our things. And I was just like, okay, but just can you, for 1 second, when I showed picture of a child being born on a railroad, and she does not, like, the child does not get any medical treatment or whatever, and people are just laughing and praying this child will die only because he was born on the different side, like on a different country. um Honestly, I know it's going to sound little bit harsh. I know so many people are gonna judge me for it. But I've been studied, like, thank God I've been studied about Bharat, and I have amazing friends from Bharat, because if I did not had that knowledge and I saw you guys, the comments people wrote, um, I would think that Bharat is a country full of crazy, radical, hateful people. And the fact that like, some people always tell me, like, we're part of a peaceful way of life, that I'm calling this a religion. I don't care if you think Hinduism is not a religion. If you cannot follow a different religion, then this is a religion. The fact that I saw people claiming to be practicing Hinduism, and at the same time smiling when people are getting hurt, when citizens are getting hurt. It kind of shook me, because I was so, like, I thought I saw it and I was just like, I'm studying from 2016. I am studying about almost everything about Bharat, about the people, about the culture, about the history, about the religions, and to see something like this that is totally shaking what I thought of Hinduism. um Now I still, like, reminding myself, and in a lot of conversations I have with people from Bharat who are practicing Hinduism, um this, like, I know there are radicals and extremist people everywhere, and I know this is not the face of Hinduism. I know that Hinduism is not a religion claiming to, a geopolitical religion. I know that. I mean, but I just think that it was crazy to see how those same people that are holding the principles of like we should respect one another. We are going the recognition. I'm not sure if I'm saying that because English and me it's like different separate things. Um, but all the values and stuff that are the good values of in Hinduism, to see how people claiming to be Hinduist but at the same time laughing and like cheering when children are dying, when you see the evacuation of a hospital for for pregnancy women, and you see pregnancy women running for their life holding their child. The fact that some people are laughing at that and not having the ability to realize that this is not good, that like it doesn't matter your religion. It's matter like it doesn't matter your religion, doesn't matter where you were born, if Russia or Ukraine. I mean, sometimes it's just like one small line of a border, and borders are just something people made up, it's not an actual thing. um but to see how hateful people got towards some people, it is insane. It is also one of the reasons why people, when people say they support Russia, and I just like start talking to them about, first of all, I absolutely love Russia. I hate to say I have Russian friends, but I do. I mean, um, but the thing is that like I am aware that not all Russia is part of what is going on right now. For example, my friend is just like still studying for her test and exams right now. So it's just like I know like the fact that people cannot see people and only see governments, and trying to explain from a geopolitical point of view and don't understand that geopolitical. I got upset in one of my Insta stories and called geopoliticals people the you know geopolitical criminals, because the second you stop thinking about human, the second you stop thinking of you looking at people and seeing humans in them, and just see opportunities to take advantage of those people to in order for you to be good to whatever can benefit you, this is when you lose your humanity, and this is when this is so dangerous. So like I said, I do not support anyone in this war because I think this war is absolutely crazy. Another thing that is really annoying is that like everyone talking about Russia and Ukraine, but like, do you know that in Ethiopia, in Africa, Ethiopia is a country in Africa. Do you know that they like for the past 2 years they are in such a huge war? Like no one mentioning wars that are happening outside of like I don't know, that like important it feels like there are important wars and like not important wars. It feels like the people that are in Ethiopia right now that are suffering from war 2 years they're like 2 years going through this war. um no one actually pays attention, and this is another thing that is super important, the fact that people do not understand um that it's just like you cannot just say like, there's not only one war in the world, there's so many. And the fact that we as people are able to communicate with each other and not spread all the hate and all the crazy propaganda people are seeing in the media all the time. I mean, just like it's going to be so amazing, the fact we can just like change change the narrative, change change, not change the history, but affect what's going to happen in the future. It is so important, and this is why it was so difficult for me to start having live streams, because I know I'm going to like get like the second I'm gonna let people join this live stream, because again, we are a community. The second we're going to like talk about it and it's going to be crazy, and I know people will get heated and stuff, but this time to I want us to focus and to send good vibes to everyone, not only the people who are suffering in the war of Russia and Ukraine, the people who are suffering in so many different places. I mean, you know that in Israel we had like several terror attacks right now, and I kept my mouth shut and I did not share it with any of you, not on my Insta stories, not on Ku, on tweets, on Ku. I don't know how to say it because like I don't know how you call when you like writing the post on Ku up. Um like I didn't I thought that like if like no one. I mean, I just decided that the world should be we should add a little bit more good to the world because right now there's so many scary things. Drink water. Okay, thank you so much for this. Yeah, I have my water barrel with me. Water bottle, English. Thank you so much for reminding me to drink. I love the fact that like I said, we're a community and people are still like watch my back and stuff. For the people who ask me to watch the Kashmir Files, here's another thing that is always, I feel like this is just like the raw footage I can ever get. People don't understand, like, first of all, people don't really um watch previous videos, which is always confusing to me when people are just like, can you comment on the Battle of Haifa? And it was just like, okay, have you seen the videos I made about the Battle of Haifa? Have you seen the pictures I took? Because like, especially like, so exactly with the Kashmir Files, I made a video about it. I spoke about it in the trailer. I mean, and after that, I saw the trailer after they decided to add some English subtitles. The like I said in the video when I saw the Kashmir Files, it is too much because you guys are sitting in your homes or wherever you are, um, and you do not, like most of you did not suffer the same thing that you saw, that you are seeing in the Kashmir Files. We had two amazing people here in the previous live streams. You can go watch them if it's okay. If not, I know I am like sometimes I'm doing such a long live streams. It's totally okay if you don't want to see the entire thing. But we actually met two people from, like, one person who is actually from Kashmir and two people that are like their parents and their family and themselves actually run from Kashmir. So we had a long discussions about this. And when I saw the trailer of the Kashmir Files, I told you guys that I do not go in, like I'm not going to watch it. The reason why is that, like I said, you remember, I don't know if I told you guys that I sometimes when I'm not too lazy and when the sun is out, I am doing morning walks and I like to film my morning walks to Instagram to show you on the stories where I'm going, what I'm doing, whatever, just like to show you random places in Israel. Um, there was a place that I filmed that I did a morning walk, and a couple days later there was this crazy terror attack in it, in the same place. And you guys, like 99% of you people never had a terror attack. Like the craziest terror attack you survived was the, I think, 26th of 11. I don't know how to, like, I'm so tired. I'm sorry. I do not know how to say dates in English. But the Mumbai attack or something. And most of you were not really, I mean, it shocked you, but you were not the one who were like in the line of fire. You did not actually, it didn't really affected you. It was something that hurt your ego, but you did not lost something, a like a member of your family or friends or yourself. Like it's so difficult to explain to a person who do not survive crazy reality like what you saw in the Kashmir Files, like what I'm showing you, that is my reality, because Israel is an amazing place. I'm always telling you, come visit us, it's amazing. However, you do need to, like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it to you. Yeah, there are so many crazy things here. And for a person who is keep it's also super crazy and dangerous, and it's when I'm seeing someone else suffering from a lot of things that I'm also suffering, like I do not want to see this. Another thing I told you about, and it's is something I didn't made a lot of live streams. I'm sorry for blabbing. I'm gonna let the members of the community join like in a second. I just like really need to explain to you why, because a lot of people ask me why don't you do more live streams. Um, I realized there sometimes I'm sharing too much informations from like my life and my history, especially when arguments get in heated. I mentioned, that I lost family members and friends, and this is like talking about terror attacks and stuff. You don't understand because you do not lived through them, you don't know how much it messed up with your brain, and you don't know how scary it is because you don't. Most of you, like, this is why I always say like Verenas are gonna be super hard for me, because to smell burning corpse, to you guys it's something holy, and it's part of a ritual. To me and to a lot of people I know, it is something we smelled in terror attacks, like burning, people dying. And this is not something I want to go back to. And I felt like when I was too much open with you guys, I shared a lot of things that um I did not told you guys. I don't know, maybe not in the right way I should be telling you, because I you do not live my reality. And also like it really affected me, like when I realized that, like, I don't know how to explain it. And also I'm trying to say matlab instead of like, so it's kind of difficult, but bear with me. The reason is that when you were too close to this and you open your rooms without, um, without smart way to doing this, it could be very dangerous. And I just like we had a conversation in one of the live streams about terror attacks. I believe it was after a conversation with a person from Kashmir, and I remember I was just like, I ended the live stream happy and just like, hey guys, be positive and whatever. And I just like broke down and cried because I mentioned, the fact that I lost my best friend. Um, so yeah, this is why I decided to just like step away from for a while, just do the normal videos, the educational one that is it is taking me a while to create and to upload it, edit, and it's just like, I'm sorry, and thank you everyone for being patient with me. Yeah, that was, wow, I almost talked for 15 minutes about why I do not do something that is, I'm sorry. Okay, so the whole point of this live stream is to add positive vibes to the world, and I need you to help me because I it is this is so easy because this is so easy to me to escalate situations, to to talk about real problems and real things, and not just like, and not see the positive things in every outcome. I just like immediately imagine crazy things because it is so easy for us to it is way too easy to like spread fear instead of spread like good vibes and love and stuff. So I want us to um I want to hear like like posted ideas and stuff. I want to hear good things about your life, and I want you to tell happy things, and we're gonna share happy joy. I don't know how to explain it. I just we can have we can have a conversations. However, um we also need to have, to add good to this world, because with all the crazy things that is going on right now, the terror attacks I'm suffering from right outside my home, the wars, not only the Russia and Ukraine, also the war in Ethiopia. There's so many wars, by the way, in Africa that people do not know, and not thank God I live really like so close to Africa, but I can just like, this is something that like the media is not, I understand the media is not showing the world, and just because I live close to this, I am aware of that. Yeah, so we all just need to add positive vibes to the world. That is, wow, that is such a hippie message. However, please join me and try to help. Okay, so like please don't ask me to in the chats to react to some videos. If you like, that the only videos I'm doing are educational, historical stuff like this. Trends and stuff, it's like it's fun, but there sometimes I'm doing them, but there are like so many other reaction channels, which is also like every time people are telling me like, react to this army, react to this war, and when you like forgetting the fact that Israeli people, most of us served in the army, and it just like you expect me to go, oh my god, tanks are like so cool, oh my god, the weapon is amazing, and it's just like what do you want me to say? Like I'm so used to seeing soldiers, I'm so used, like yeah, I love to see, I hate the fact that we need to have an army, but like when people don't, um when people get offended when I'm just like seeing another army unit, and I'm just like not immediately going, oh my god, that is so amazing army. It's just like people don't understand. This is another thing why I wanted to like open about it. Wow, I'm like going anywhere, anywhere and everywhere. What you're seeing right now, me, let me just introduce myself for the people who don't understand. I live in Israel. Israel is like a country who has a lot of terror attacks. We have a lot of soldiers. We have a lot of like army and weapon and whatever. Maybe we have spy dolphins. We're not telling anyone because we don't actually know if it's true. Um, so when you come here and ask me to watch something that is like something about the army and stuff, you should realize that there are so many other there are a lot of reactions channels that are like thinking that it's cool to fire weapon. um but I remember just like I made like a video, and it was just like we see people firing, and I told you guys, oh my god, you don't know, like it looks cool, but you don't know how noise, like how loud the noise is. And people were just like, oh, you're disrespecting the troops, you just like you only like, what is that comment, like why are you talking about noise? And it was just like, how many of you actually fired Tavol? Like, how many of you actually hold the gun? How many of you actually hold the gun? A missile, a rifle, English. Ah, anyway, the point is that right now this is not a reaction channel in order to react to create Baharat. Not the case. And if you're looking to someone like this, there are some amazing reaction channels, but this is not it. So if you want someone to think your army is cool without actually um being like if you want someone to be in great awe all the time, this is not the channel. And especially I'm saying this because I saw the same person in the comments who was just like really annoyed when I saw a union from the Bahatian army holding a Tavo weapon, which is our weapon. So I was just like really happy about that, but apparently he did not like that. And I also have a problem with bad comments. I think you realized that already because I don't really understand how to like do this. Okay, that is it. Thank you for listening to my TED Talks. Now let's bring members of the community. If you see on the chat, there is a link on the top. You can join. We're gonna do 10 minutes per person because I want everyone to try to have the opportunity to say whatever you want, as long as it good, as long as it positive. Um, Yes, so if you want to join, it's okay if it's the first time. It's okay if your English is not good, if you haven't listened to me blabbing. I don't know what are you doing here, but like my English is terrible. So it's all good. We don't like English is the language of the people who are occupying Israel and Baharat, so it's totally okay if we're not speaking in that language of our occupiers. So I'm gonna take a sip of water and I'm gonna bring people. Okay, and thank you for the people in the comments who mentioned me, like telling me drink water. Thank you so much. It is super important. Okay, I don't know you understand. I'm talking to you. Wave to the camera. Great. One, two, three. Hello. Okay,
Hello.
10 on the clock. Just a
Sure.
second. Hey, how are you?
Hey, hi. How are you? I'm good. This is the fourth time we are meeting on online.
Yeah, I love the fact that people are coming back. I love the fact that we are actually establishing a
Hmm.
community.
Sure. And how's life in Israel right now?
We have terror attacks, so I'm trying to, be positive and add good vibes to the entire situation. So things are not good in Jerusalem. I don't care about
Mhm.
anywhere else because I live here. No, I'm joking. But just like, yeah, we have. problems. This is why I want.
You requested for me for translation of the Kashmir files, right? I have sent it to you on Instagram. Did you watch it?
Yeah. Oh, first of all, thank you so much for the translation and everything. I really appreciate it. I saw several things, and then I decided that it was just like too much like I said, it's too much traumatizing, it's too much familiar to me. Let me just like say honestly, it was too much familiar, so I said like maybe it is not I'm not in the right mindset. I'm not mentally strong right now to watch it because um to watch the Kashmir Files and then to go outside and then to get a policeman stop me and saying, "Ma'am, you cannot." Ma'am, he called me ma'am. By the way, I was just like, I thought, how old do you think I am that you're calling me ma'am? But anyway, he said you cannot walk here, and I asked him why, because this is the way that I always go, and he said just like, and then I realized that like there was a stabbing, there was a terror attack there. So when I just like if you watch the Kashmir Files and then you go outside and you have the same reality outside, it was just like too much for me, and I was just like, nope, nope. Like if I have time to watch something, I'm gonna watch comedy. I'm not going to just like I'm gonna clear my mind, and if I want scary things, I can just look outside of my window. But I
Yeah.
really, really, really appreciate the fact that you translated. This is so important for me to clarify. I loved it. Like it is. I thought this is something really, really important for me to see, but I realized like I cannot right now mentally like
The second thing
go ahead and
is you
finish.
have such good English. You speak English really well. Why are you claiming that your English is bad?
Thank you. First of all, because all my teachers always told me my English is bad, so I trust. For some reason, I trust the educational system, even though it's not. I don't know. Um, my English is actually from TV shows and stuff like this. So, and I
You
always like
know
sometimes it's
how,
just
how
like
you know how was our schooling? It's just like A for apple, B for ball,
that's
C for
exactly
cat.
what they did for us. That was exactly like us. I don't remember about B. I remember C is for camel, D is for door. Age, I don't remember. Anyway, but yeah, this is exactly how we've been taught.
Yum,
And I guess it
yan.
was boring for me.
Yeah, we studied like yum, yan, yeah, y, w. It's like that.
Yeah, we also
We
have this
didn't get.
weird, like, all the weird songs like head, shoulders, knees, and toes, and all this. There are so many children's songs in English we had to practice and sing. And I remember I just like, it was part of school, so I didn't like it. So I didn't study basically for the dumb reason that it was in school and I didn't like school. Um, yeah, so mostly the TV was my teacher, but I still like my friends always make fun of me because I'm saying apparently I'm not speaking that well English. So sometimes they're sending me clips of, live streams or from videos I'm uploading, and there's just like, when you say something like this, what do you think it means? Because you're not supposed to say it like this. So I would just like first of all, I'm just like saying that my English is not good, and then, like, if you manage to understand something, then good job.
Yeah, your English is really well.
Thank you.
And the third thing is due to the stupid war, the crude oil price has shot up, and it's almost double right now. It's anytime the elections are over, they might increase the petrol price anytime soon. And Russians are giving us a lot of discount on crude oil pricing, and we are almost the largest oil importer in the world,
Yeah,
almost
but there's
second
so
only.
many problems also in Russia right now because there are so many companies that are closing, like because of the war. So there are so many people in Russia that are actually right now losing their jobs and stuff, and it is crazy because everyone is are suffering from that. And like I
Yeah,
said,
because
there's not only the war between Russia and Ukraine. There's also the war in Africa and like in separate places in Africa, and people are just like not talking about it because it's so like we're so used to talk about those white people I'm, by the way, for all the people who's gonna say you're also white, I'm from the Middle East. I'm not white. I hate when people calling me this, but
So
just
why
like,
skin is just a color? It's just a color.
yeah, but
That's
I
how
just like,
God made you.
yeah, but why are we not focusing also, because like, Ethiopia was also used to be such a huge kingdom, with it has so many history, which was just like, it's amazing. And people don't talk about the fact that people are dying there. And just like, I don't know, I feel like the media is trying to cover, one war, but totally ignoring like a different war between tribes in Africa. And it's just like, why?
Yeah, just
And the
because
only
of
reason is
some.
geopolitical bullshit, and this is not
Hmm,
okay. It's not okay because people are suffering. Doesn't matter, like you said, it doesn't matter the skin color. It doesn't matter the skin color. Then so
correct.
we need to pray that all the people with all the different skin colors will be safe. That is it.
Yeah, just because two people are stupid, rest of the world should not suffer. Our business are getting hit. Our currency is falling because of increasing oil prices, etc. This is a horrible condition for us.
Yeah, we need to think about
Business are
how can
impacted.
we just like add good things to the world instead
Mm.
of just like. And by the way, this is another thing. Like, Israel has so many I'm sorry, so many countries did not acknowledge Israel and refused to do all the geopolitical things, like not give oil, not give gas, not give all the other things. This is why, by the way, I understand that right now the situation in Barat is a little bit weird. However, this is why Israel said, okay, you're not. Let's just go to the most big thing here. Um, People try like Lebanon, Syria, Jordan. They try to make us not have like they try to stop the rivers so we will not get drinkable waters to Israel. And this is why
Who cares
Israel
about
decided.
rivers? You have desalination plants,
uh,
right?
we have like all the, how to make the ocean water drinkable water and all these stuff. The reason I'm saying like I'm part of it. The reason why Israeli scientists had to create them, it is because some countries, some governments were not nice to us and made like stopped our access to water, which is crazy that they stop a river. But this is another thing why I think it's kind of good thing. Maybe if Barat will have to stand for its own and to think how they can like create something different, because you guys are like super smart and your scientists are like they're working with the Israeli scientists all the time. I know we have a member of this community who is going to maybe hopefully gonna come to study in Israel in the medical field and all of this. So this is why I think this is also a great opportunity for your country to invade something new.
Yep, we are setting
Hello.
up desalination plants, etc. But it is nowhere sufficient because population is so massive that it is the requirement outruns the supply.
It doesn't matter. You know how many times people try to create a plane, and right now we take planes for granted. I have faith in you people. You guys are like every second person. Actually, every first person is an engineer there. People work in the medical field. People work in so many field there. I don't understand how, like, the second you guys will finally have the pride and a high self-esteem, you guys will create so many amazing things. Like, the second you will realize how amazing you are and stop listening to the media who's keep telling like people, not the Israeli media, by the way, because most of us are traveling to Barat and we love you guys. Hold on, let me stop the timer.
Yep. 2 minutes.
No, but like I was blabbing, so you're gonna still have a. But the rest of the world media, because I sometimes I like to listen to the media in different world, like in different countries, to see what they think about us, what they think about Barat, because I just like I enjoy studying about both of our countries. Um, so right now, Baharat, people think that Baharat is a third world country and that you guys are starving to death and everything is filthy, everything is disgusting, and it is. I know this is not true, And the second you guys will stop believing what the media is telling about you guys, then you will finally create amazing
Yeah,
things.
that's the mainstream media. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you're, if I remember correctly, you also part of a big, like, I don't remember what you're doing for a living, but you like
yeah, I'm an
behind the
engineer.
research something. Yeah, again, engineer, of course. But yeah, like the second you will realize that it's this like how cool is this? You're an engineer, like be proud of who you are and you create something amazing. Like seriously, I think you guys can create so many amazing things.
Thank you. We have a lot of unicorns and startup companies coming up, and that's the end of 10 minutes. You can switch over to the next person.
Thank you
Nice
so
meeting
much
you.
for joining.
Until next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
I love when you guys are coming back to the live streams because I this is just like, I mean, we are finally creating a community and people coming back and people I know that people are talking to people that were on this live stream, like reaching out to them and going to watch their YouTube channels and stuff, and I love that. I think this is so important, the fact that we creating something new. Now the next person, his name is in, I don't know, I'm gonna butcher it. Maybe it's in Hindi, maybe it is not. Wave to the camera if you understand I'm talking to you. The only person that his name is not in English. Great. I'm uploading. One, two, three. Hello. Can you talk? I don't think the audio is. I cannot hear you. Can you maybe take off the headphones? Okay, try to fix this and then come back. Let's see who is else. Ravi, you understand I'm talking to you? Wave to the camera. Great. Hello.
Hello,
Hold on, let
how are you?
me let's not, I'm trying to be positive. Okay, hold
Yeah,
on, 10 minutes. Hey, how are you?
so like I can understand how like it's difficult to cope up with like all the negativity that's around us. But yeah, like that's a good thing to like get from you and something that I might also learn. So yeah. And by the way, like 2 hours ago, like I just watched the Kashmir Files in like the PVR, and so without any spoiler alert, I feel that it's a very like some scenes are really graphic, and that they should people going with family, they might reconsider going to the movie. That's my opinion.
Yeah, but it is important. First of all, I don't understand why they didn't put did they put, an age label on it that you
Yeah,
cannot. Okay, great.
18 plus.
Um
Yeah,
that is good because I first of all, I think it is super important to people to watch. And if a person is strong enough to watch the bad things that happened, you should watch the bad thing because you need to see what really happened. Um
definitely.
I saw several parts and then I realized it was just like too much because like I said, it's too much close for it too close here.
You have mentioned it.
Well, yeah, to my reality. So I just like decided to just like to step away from it for now. However, I really think it is super important for you guys. And I thank you so much for like not spoiling to other people who haven't seen it. If you're
Yeah,
to everyone, if you're strong enough, go watch it. However, by the way, I'm like the kind of person who absolutely love spoilers. So you can maybe tell me in a different way. Like I know how it
all
ends
right.
because I know people from Kashmir. However, it's still
Yeah. So
yeah.
uh, so I watched some of the what can you say, like some of the director, he went
Mhm.
to USA, and before the release of it, he showed to like a limited few people, especially some those of the people who were based out of Kashmir, the Kashmiri Pandits who were living in USA, and like they were like the top 1%. And the most important thing about this movie is that as the director says, that it is like 90% of it is something that has actually happened, and it's not there's nothing in the script about it. So it's just the real life incidents that they have collected with documentaries and interviews. The For example, the high ranking officials, they have given interviews, the chief minister of that time, and many other like authentic reports and details. And based out of that, they have shown some things which I must admittedly say that the the mainstream Bollywood movies, they tend to like shy away from showing these like gruesome details of the events. We all know that the the genocide happened, and uh, but still it is not evidently like, if I could just give you an example, and if you don't mind. So the situation of your community that is like well known around the world, that you guys were persecuted and what all was done, and let's not go into the details. So it's all well known due to like many movies such as the Schindler's List and others as well. So this is like an attempt to, like, almost you can say that it's a kind of a Schindler List only, but for the Indian viewers and Indian context. But I'm not really sure if the Indian audience is like they should watch this movie, but whether they are ready to watch this, I'm not really sure, because this is like too not really a typical movie that you see, and it's very like as I mentioned, graphic, and like very things that really happen, and not really something that you might want to watch with your family, I guess. But it's very important for everyone to know, because if you want to prevent it from happening again, definitely we should watch it.
Well, first of all, what you said about, I'm assuming you're talking about the Holocaust because we had a lot, the Holocaust was not the only bad thing that happened to us, right? Like, we were slaves, my people were sold and
You could
forced to be
enlighten
slaves
me.
in Africa, in Rome, and we had so many crazy things in our life. The reason
Yep,
why people know about the Holocaust is that we do not shut up about it. Like, we
exactly.
telling people, we shove it to your faces. I don't care if you want to know it or not. This is what happened and I'm going to talk about it. And this is, like I said, this is one thing I think the people of Bahat should stand up and stop playing, like in all of the I don't like Hollywood. I don't like, I don't watch a lot of American TV. However, in most of their movies, the Indian guy is this little
Taxi
shy
driver.
nerdy person in everything. The Big Bang, the I don't know, I don't remember what else. Like there's always the Indian character who is, if it's not, a weird character, he's always like, if he's a friend, he's just like shy and just like quiet and just like super smart but shy. And I was just like, no, this is, see, the way that they're showing you, this is, they're showing what they think it is the reality,
Yeah,
and
the
this is
view
the
that
problem.
the perspective that they have about India. Exactly.
Yeah, but you need to stop being quiet about things. Like,
Yeah, and
yeah, explain your
yeah,
history, explain what happened.
yeah. So nowadays, like on behalf of the people also, and on like on part of the government also, our foreign policy is getting like aggressive day by day. Like since our economy is now holding some value in the world, and we can now say things that 10 or 20 years ago we could not. Okay, things that are like that are against humanity, and things which obviously we know that they are not, they should not happen. But we didn't had the power, nor did we have the voice that anyone could listen to. Okay, 30 years ago, if you could have said that what America is doing in Iraq, what America is doing in Afghanistan, that's not good, you could have, nobody would have listened to India, because what value did we have then? Our economy was not our economy was not open, I think so, before 1991.
It
So
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're talking again. You're talking about governments. As we as people, just like, if people, you guys are like billion people. If like think what happened if like 5% of you guys will not stop talking about what happened. Just like we're so easy to immediately say the government should do something about, but it's not the case. I
yeah,
mean,
actually, like in democracy, like if the majority wants something, then the government will have to listen and then act accordingly. And like, even if you just forget the government, if we as people only revolt about something or some issue, then the world will listen to us, not only the government. So I agree with you on that point. And nowadays more of us are getting aware that, and if I could, like, this is my personal view, that this is not just something which like for the past after independence, this is something that we had, that we are shy about things, and we don't really, where we should condone some things, we don't do it. This is not something which is like uh, something that is like post colonial habit that we have developed. It is something throughout the history that, in our society we were like, it was never the concept of like a united India anywhere in our history. And I'm saying that with very carefully, because even during independence we had like 565 kingdoms, so princely kingdoms, and they were all, in sort of a, you can say that, peace with each other, that, this is my area, this is your area, and we can live peacefully, we can trade peacefully, we can do all the things, we can, people can marry into like each other's kingdoms. There was no issues regarding, whatever castes and other things, religions that we have today. To some extent today also it's like vanishing a bit, but the point was that we were like inherently, we were like, for the most part of our history, for the most part of the dated history that we have, we were mostly colonized. Okay, and I'm not saying that this is like some sort of a justification that you should not speak up and other thing. I'm not saying that, but the point is that if you are, you know, like ruled, or like the Mughals, the British for such a long time, then that thing goes away from you. That, the power to speak up, the power to question. Okay, so now you'd again say that, that how did we revolt during the independence? We were, there were people in our country who, really spoke up, and people who stood for the good and stood against the British. But the thing was that, that's you can say that, at that time it was, it was the epitome of, the British rule, and we knew that, this is our choice, this is our time, that now, and as you can see in some of the, like the speeches of Mahatma Gandhi, he said that now is the time. I think so during 1940. So it was, sort of a, it was called the civil disobedience movement. So that means that, whatever, British products that we are importing, and, as you would have known that, we would like, give the raw materials. They would, like take the raw materials from India, the British, and then they would sell us the like the very, what can you say, like,
No, like yeah, keep talking. I'm just the timer went off, but just
yeah.
like keep talking. I want to like the end of your thought. It is important.
Yeah, so basically like we knew that, this is our time and we have to act now if we want to get our independence, because the British, uh, the economy was getting beaten by the, during the World War II. And so that is one part of our history. But the most part of the history, we were, mostly we were, peacefully living people, and we weren't really like into that thing that, uh, that this is, we have developed this thing, so this is our patent now, so this is our technology, so we developed zero, so this is our patent now. And so similarly, like, so that's just one aspect of it. And similarly, like, we were not really, you can say, inherently violent, or, expanding our empires, and, just like Israel, I guess.
Well, first of all, we as people, the country of Israel, um, we like the our lines, like our borders. Right now, well, like what we are inspired our borders to be, we're not inspiring to take over the world. However, our borders are really clear in the Bible. That's the only thing we want. It is not a big place, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's just like I understand what you're saying. Where Israel is not trying to take over the world. It's not our thing. Like other people can do whatever they want. This is stupid, by the way. I don't know. People who are trying to take over the world are just like childish. I assume. Um,
Yeah.
but like what you said about the fact that you were different tribes and you were different, nations, but all of you were um, Indians, like from India. Um, it makes sense. I mean, you always, it's just like a big family. You always fight with your cousins, but at the end of the day, if you're gonna see
Yeah.
someone being rude to your cousins, you're gonna go and kick his ass because
Yeah.
you're the only person who can talk like not nicely to your family members. So like, this is. I
Yeah, it's
understand what
like,
you're saying.
yeah, it's like we care for each other, but we don't, like go around shouting that, we together we are India, we are like Bharat and other things. We don't, we didn't used to announce that, or,
Hmm.
like show to, foreigners. But inherently, like, we were one community, similar cultures, and, some diversities, and, we accept the differences between us, whether it be like lingual or, cultural, uh, and other things as well. So yeah,
which is
I think
great.
it's time up.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. It was first of all, I
Yeah,
love the fact that you have
my pleasure.
a set like this, and we can just like talk without audio problems and stuff.
Yeah,
And
I
also what
like to
you
game.
said was really, oh really? I don't
Yeah,
understand games at all. Like I'm terrible at this. You have like a Twitch account or something you want to plug? It's okay if not.
yeah, yeah. I do have it. Yeah,
So if you want people to join and watch you, you can say your username on Twitch because I'm like just like I'm always just like telling people to go subscribe to other people. So just like you can say your Twitch account or whatever if you want.
Sh- sure, definitely.
Great. So you can just like post a comment or whatever, guys, if you like games and stuff. If you understand games and stuff, then go follow him.
Yeah,
I still don't
actually,
understand the
yeah, actually, I like Twitch. I just use for like I don't really stream a lot. I
mm.
just game like that too a little bit. Only one or two games, I guess. And mainly
It's
I
okay.
use
I
for
don't
watch.
stream a lot.
Yeah, I just use it for like watching some high value tournaments or in Counter
Okay,
Strike,
great.
and yeah, just for that.
Make sure. Okay. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Take care.
See you
Bye bye.
soon. Bye.
Okay. Let's see. I saw some comment that was really kind of was annoyed by it. Um, she didn't watch Hollywood, but she still know Gal Gadot. Um, isn't Fast and Furious. She is a hypocrite. First of all, I you should understand that when I'm saying I don't like Hollywood, it doesn't mean I don't watch their movies. We do. I don't think you're familiar with hate watching, which you watch something and make fun of them. Also, yeah, some movies are good. Just like in Bollywood, I know people hate Bollywood, but some of the Bollywood movies are good. That's it. About Gal Gadot, which is something really important you need to understand. Gal Gadot was she's our girl. Okay, Gal Gadot is from Israel, is Israeli, speaking Hebrew. The fact that we all support her in what she is doing does not mean that we are hypocrites. It just means we support a member of our family, and it's super sad that you don't like understand that. Okay, let's see who else is here. Akash, do you understand I'm talking to you? Wave to the camera if you are. Akash, do you understand I'm talking to you? Great. One, two, three. Hello.
Oh, hello. Hi.
Hey, let me set the 10 minutes timer. Go ahead.
Yes.
Hey.
Hi. I just watching your country's history in YouTube.
Mm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So basically, first, Jewish people come to India. I watched it there. There it's about 2,500 years ago. That's
You're a little bit robotic. Can you just like, I don't know, maybe go to the router or something?
it's lagging or what?
You're a robot right now. Just like I just hear robot talking.
Uh, is it?
Okay, try to fix it and then come back. And just like maybe go close to the router or whatever. Really don't understand computer. There are so many people here, engineers and studies computer. So guys, help him in the chat. I don't understand stuff like this. How should you understand I'm talking to you? Wave to the camera. Hello.
Hello. So how are you?
Me? How are you, dude? I'm not
Well,
like
yeah, of course I'm fine now. It's absolutely fine.
great. I set the 10 minutes timer. So, what's going on? When are you coming to visit Israel?
See, as of now, like most probably, I would say that due to as I already told in my past live stream that I was having cancerous tumor, so I had to miss like few months of classes. So again, I will be like there by I would probably next year, 2023 July. Now I know that's a long time.
No, you're coming here. This is I don't care when. This is I'm so
So
happy. I'm
actually,
just like
like audience might they might be know, and that also if my application is accepted for a 1 year program.
yeah, in Rehovot, right? In Machon Weizmann.
No, actually, unfortunately, like the that was only for I would say that those who are doing their undergraduate in first year, they are in year
Okay.
one, and it was only for them. So I am trying for that Bar Ilan University. It is in Ramat Gan, if I pronounce incorrectly.
Ramat Gan.
Ramat Gan, yeah, Ramat Gan,
Yeah,
if I
but we
pronounce.
just say Ramat Gan like fast. But it is so. Oh my God. Okay. So you're going to Bar Ilan University.
Yeah,
One thing you need to know about that university, it's amazing university. There are a lot of people there who are religious, so it's going to be so
exactly.
interesting for you
Yeah,
to get to know like religious people, which is so
yeah,
cool. It is
exactly.
also closer to the to Tel Aviv and stuff, so you're also gonna
It
have
is.
much more places to go out.
So okay, like so today the since most of the people are talking about the movie Kashmir Files.
Yeah, but we're
So
also trying to talk about, positive things to add
exactly.
positivity and good vibes to the world.
Exactly. So, like one thing I would like to mention, like most people don't know, is that no genocide in the world, like whether it's the Kashmiri Pandit genocide or the Holocaust or Rwanda genocide, it has not occurred in one night. Like it didn't happen. Like suddenly the Nazis said that today they are going to exterminate the Jews, they are put them in gas chambers. So actually, it's a process, a wholesome process. So I would like to tell like how it actually happened to the people. Like they might have seen the movie, but what they have seen is just the tip of the iceberg. There is a long process associated with it. So basically there are 10 steps of the genocide.
You
So
hold on. You
yeah,
cannot just like you can say that. However, remember we're sending good vibes right now. So
exactly.
just like 10 steps and stuff, be careful, okay? And also remember that some people are watching are actually from Kashmir and places like this, and we need to talk with respect to the people
Exactly.
who actually suffer that. But go
I
ahead.
see. Yeah, so actually the first thing that happened, like it happened from a very long time. Or I would say the first step of genocide is classification. So it's like us and then. Like there a boundary. Like it happens when a boundary is created between the people, and after a classification, there is a process known as symbolization. Like people are identified with their looks, with their symbols. Like it happened during the Holocaust. Like the Jews were shown in like they were like basically shown as termites, as insect. Like this is dehumanization process. So it was happening in Kashmir. So like basically it's classification and dehumanization. And now the process that starts is known as like organization. For example, like if you say like in the early 1960s, many Islamist terrorist outfits like Hizbul Mujahideen, they came into power in Kashmir, and by the support of the Pakistani ISI, they came into support. And then it started like a process like looting and murdering and small kind of attacks. And like the main thing that happened was between the year 1985 to 1995, when the most like it was the most brutal period of the history, and the majority of the like people had to flee Kashmir. Like I know my ancestors, like I'm not although from Kashmir, but they migrated during the partition from Pakistan, from the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province of Pakistan. So they came. So actually it's not a one day process, but the thing is that but the last and the most dangerous step in any genocide is denial. For example, there are people who actually deny that Holocaust actually happened. So people, not only people, I would say the problem is with Hindus. Like there are many Hindus in India who are saying that Kashmiri, that movie the Kashmir Files, it's a propaganda piece, and they're basically like what I would say denying the genocide. So this denial stage is, if they are denial, that means the genocide has been completed. So this was the most dangerous thing I was wanted to say about. And even like there are some countries, for example, the Armenian genocide that happened with the people of Armenia, the Turkey, the country of Turkey, they deny the Armenian genocide, and there are people who deny the Holocaust. So this denial, like this, when I heard that people they are saying that it's a propaganda, and then I came to know, I just realized that this is the last stage of the genocide.
Well, we need to make sure this will not happen, and the most important thing is not only the Jewish genocide, just like every genocide will not happen. It doesn't matter if we just like it doesn't matter if we're the one who are going to suffer from it. We always need to be careful to not be on the bad side of the side of hurting or hurting people, and also just like don't be quiet about bad things that are happening to people, if or also if you don't know them. After that, after we've been established that happy things, I want to hear something positive so you can throw to the world so everyone can hear and just like send happy thoughts and we can just like spread some good vibes to this world.
So like since you are talking about like something happiness, so yeah, everything like right now the things in Kashmir they are getting better. Like the government like the since the Article 370 has been removed, so there are schools are coming to places. There are many engineering college. Like my brother, he is in Kashmir right now. He's studying engineering in Kashmir. So many
Of
good things
course,
are.
he's studying engineering. Of course.
Yeah, people are also like he said that some like many he has met many Kashmiri people and they are very have very hospitality towards India. And right now like where I live, like it's very far from Kashmir, but I have a friend who's basically from Kashmir, and his father he's in the Indian army in Kashmir. He's posted in Kashmir, so many good things are happening. Like it's not like yeah just we judge the entire people of Kashmir. I know like personally many people who are like very good in nature. They are very much patriotic towards India. So actually like the local people of Kashmir, there are many militant outfits. Like there was one such leader, his name was Gilani. So he sent his children for like better studies to the west. On the other hand, he trained so many militants, so like they should think that this guy he's sending on one side, he's giving his children a lavish life, a good life, they are living in the west, and on the other side he's training militants. So they should think that why he's not doing the same thing to their own children. These things
Mm.
are happening. Like of course I was saying that means they are diverting the young minds of Kashmir who are not their own, who are not related to own, to fight against the Indian government. On the other hand, they are like paving a way for a better lifestyle for their own children. So this is happening by majority of the militants in the Kashmir, like the leader of the militants. But actions have been taken. Like many of the militant leaders have been sorted, and yesterday also four of such militants have been slaughtered by the Indian army.
Hold
So
on, hold on, hold on. I'm sorry. Good vibes. Tell me something good that happened to you. Have you eaten something that tastes amazing? Did you not get to an argument with your mother? I don't know. Something good. I'm sorry for stopping you. You know I
okay,
love you, but we need to add good to the world.
okay, I understand. So the good thing is that happened is that like today we are taken to to a hill station by our college. So after a long time, I would say like I was already suffering from cancer for so a lot of time I was in the bed. But after I recovered, like it was something good. Like I saw the world. Like I was so like I was in bed. I would almost say for the whole 3 months I didn't go outside that time. I was like most of the times some bad thoughts used to come that whether I will be leave or not, because the survival rate was obviously 9%, as I mentioned in the previous live stream. But by God's grace, I survived. So it really feels good.
I'm so happy to hear that. Seriously, I'm first of all, I hope you remember that I'm not well, doctors and stuff also helped. But a lot of people, a lot of members of this community also send you a lot of prayers and good
Exactly.
things, and I really believe it even if it didn't help, to feel like you're part of something that people take like people care about you. I really think it has something to helpful. So I really hope this is just like I
Yeah,
don't know. I hope it also was a good thing for you.
yeah, exactly. So as you said, good vibes. So like that's the best thing that has been happening. Like after I fought like such a like I would say lethal disease, I was already in stage 3.
Mm.
So after like and like leading a life, like again I am talking to my friends, playing and all, working out, and everything has been normal. So it really feels good that after like spending so much time in trauma, in a fear that whether I will see the next, like every day I used to sleep, the only thought is that will I wake up in the next morning or not, because the condition was very bad. And there was a time once like there was, due to blood loss, my total weight it became 35 kgs. So that was the situation. But right now it's already is everything is fine, my health is good now, and doctor has told everything is going, my like recovery has been 95% recovered. I have 99.5%
Great.
of the disease. So yeah,
I'm
the good.
so happy to hear that.
Exactly. So yeah, maybe honestly, like some people, I saw my mom used to cry, and I used to feel bad for her. But tears are prayers too, because like when we can't speak, then they travel and reach the God. This is what I believe.
Well, the time is up, but I feel like we've been following everyone. Wow, it's
Exactly.
going to sound such a stalker vibe, but we all were following your progress, and the
Yeah.
good, the bad, the all the highs and lows. And I am so happy that,
Thank
first of all, I'm so happy that you're healthy, and just like so happy
Yeah.
to see you talking like this, and that you're coming to Israel. Come to Israel.
Exactly. Of
I don't want to
course.
hear any other excuse
No,
next
no, no.
time. No concern or nothing.
This time
No,
it's everything
joking.
is gonna be fine. So
That is
it was
amazing.
nice talking to you. So goodbye.
You too. Take care. Bye bye.
Yeah, sure. Goodbye.
Okay. I love the fact that, like I said, it is so important to just the good vibe, to be happy for one another. It actually changes things. It makes people feel a little bit better. It makes people feel like they can do things. Like when you have support of someone, and when you feel love, it is so helpful. It's also really helpful. We can say that a lot in the medical field. When a person get all the right medicines and everything, and all the treatment and everything is perfect, but that person is like dying for no reason. The second that person gave up on himself, nothing can bring him back. Nothing. Not even the medical field is working so hard. Like nothing. The second that person decided to stop, um, then he will die. This is why I really believe that it is so important to support one another, to add good, to support people, to help people, because the second people feel like they have someone like looking out for them, it doesn't matter what they're going through in life. It is so it's easier for them to fight whatever obstacles they have, because they know someone care about them. So I love the fact that we create this kind of a small community that is allowing something like this to happen. Okay, let's set the timer to another 10 minutes. Let's see who is next. Deepak, are you where I'm talking to you? Wave to the camera. Great. One, two, three. I'm setting the timer. Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
It's my first time to come to your.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm Deepak. I'm from South India,
Mhm.
and I really like your videos and your the way you present complex things, and you analyze things so well, and it just compelled me to have a small conversation with you today. So I'd
Thank you
like to
so
know a few
much.
things about you. What is your ambition in life?
My ambition in life.
Yes.
Um, I don't know. I don't want it to be like a job interview, so you're gonna have also to answer. Right now, with all the problems that are going on in the world and in my hometown, Jerusalem, the capital city of Israel, right now I'm in a survivor mode. Um, so like I only think, in small, like I don't feel 5 years from now and stuff. I just like feel how to survive like right now, with the Ramadan is getting close and all the crazy things that it will bring. So I'm just like I'm trying to survive day by day.
Wh-
Um,
What is surviving the attacks, or surviving means?
it's just we have a lot of terror
Yeah.
attacks right now. So and like I said, on my stories I sometimes like show you where I'm going and stuff. It's just like it's also helped me motivate me to actually do some walking, and just like because I call walk a sport because I'm lazy. But I filmed like where I'm going sometimes, and a place I filmed like a lot of like several days later there was a terror attack in that exact place. So like this is my reality right now, so I'm just like taking it slow. um I don't want to be a YouTuber. I don't inspire to be one of those people who are saying please like subscribe favorite all this other
Yeah.
crap. But I do want this to be
Good.
a gateway for us to communicate without the governments, because if you saw several of my videos you already know what I think about every government, my own, your government, even though I respect Modi ji, I'm not saying something against him, but just like every government, I believe people can communicate way better without, the fake things.
Absolutely. Um, it's I feel yeah, I feel there's a lot of things that we can gain from everybody, whether they're your friend or whether they're not your friend.
Yeah.
And uh, it's it's great to break some barriers of our own and be a bit more unconditional in terms of what we give to others, as opposed to as opposed to finding reasons to fall people and others, to be a little bit more unconditional. And so like how a dog would be so unconditional to you, um, like it is so loving to you. No matter how you react, it doesn't matter for the puppy to come close to you and say how she the way she wags her tail, and comes to you. That it is it and if we do that, but it's not that easy to it's easier said than done, like most things.
Yeah.
So takes a lot of hard work. And um, yeah, it's if there's anything we as Indians, uh, coming from India, uh, that we could offer to fellow fellow religious. I think Israel is probably the only religious country that is out there, other than India and the Middle East, of course, which is I would say a little on the extreme side. But Israel and India have that
Yeah,
common thread.
we're in Middle East people are extreme. I'm also sometimes extreme. We love the drama, so it's all good.
So 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 the Israelis are have have to have to make have to be a little they have to their religion becomes part of the thing that that keeps them happy during these challenging times, uh, and that's amazing. We have something really close that we have together. Um, and I think in India we really value Israel. To be really honest, we value uh, almost any religion out here. You name it, you can find it. I'm sure you know that. I don't have to preach to the choir here, but it's amazing. And uh, even we wish you were closer to us. And uh, yeah, so I'd like to ask you, how about your family? And you know um, ha- please tell me about your upbringing a little bit. I don't know if you have time for this, or if this is a bit off topic.
It is off topic, but I'm trying to understand what you're asking. Like,
If it's off topic, I just wanted to know, as far as whether you come from a from a very orthodox family and
yeah, sure.
raised,
I'm always blabbing about that. Of course, I'm cool with talking about that. I'm coming from a religious family. It's not ultra orthodox. It's not the one you see in painting with the one who are always like wearing black and stuff.
yeah, yeah,
I love to share, sometimes pictures and stuff and tell you about our holidays. And yeah, I am very close to God. I just like you said, one of the things I believe that Bharat and Israel has in common is, first of all, we're also a religion and a nationality, and we're not. Um, Judaism is not looking for new members. We're not trying to recruit people to our religions.
indeed,
When people is trying to say, "I want to be Jewish," we're first thing
yeah,
we're saying is, "Don't do that." So this is another reason why Israelis feel so comfortable to go to your country, because um we know that no one will try to, convert me to Hinduism. Like, I can practice my own religion here peacefully, and I'm sure you all guys are aware that if you come here, I'm not gonna, like, if I am going to tell you, come see how we celebrate Shabbat, see how we do this, we do that, but I will never tell you, like, did you like it? Maybe you should come here. Do you know, like, do you want to convert for, like, to our religion? It's like 100% will not happen. So yeah, I grew up in a religious home, and like I don't know, I'm like kind of
Yeah.
religious, but like, I have my own faith in God, and I am like celebrating and learning a lot about, my God. I know
And
you guys
what
have
makes it
different.
so different from the rest of Europe and the West? Why is Israel so like so different from see how Western Europe and all those places are like less
Because we're not in Europe and we're not in the West. We're Middle Eastern people, and the fact
okay.
that some of us have different, like, there, the, I don't know if you heard it about, there's people from all over the world, like people also from Kerala. There are a lot of people there and stuff. The thing is that we used to be,
Okay.
we came to
So it's a
Israel.
melting pot of different cultures. You mean to say?
Yeah, we've been forced to leave Israel, where modern day Israel is right now. We have been sold as slaves in Africa, in Rome. People attacked us, stole us, took us in different places in the world, and we were scattered. But at the same time, we all came back here. So we're not like, when people talk about Western and in Europe and stuff, you can talk about it, but this is not us. Because even if we had to, like, if you're going to live in, I don't know, just like throw in, if you're going to live in Sweden for like 5 years, it will not change the fact that you're not from Sweden. You will always be from Bharat. Like, this is how we see this. Like, yeah, we've been forced to be in Europe, and we've been forced to be all over the world, but however, this is not our home. Every time we've been praying to go back home, to Israel, to the Middle East, to all the crazy radical things in the Middle East. So every time person people 10 minutes, sorry. Every time someone is talking about, Western and stuff, we're just like, you can say whatever you want about them, but just like, please don't include me
Super,
with the Western,
super.
because we're not like
Oh,
them.
that's news to me. Um, I
Well, see,
always
I'm glad that we have this conversation, because I people always, like, so many people don't even know where Israel is, and people think we're this huge country. And then I'm always just like, can you please Google map where Israel is and see the size of Israel? And then people are just like, oh, we thought you're just like Russia big or USA big, and I'm just like, Nope, nope, I would not even close, not even, no."
but the way you speak English, I mean, doesn't
Well,
sound very
first of all, I
Indianized.
learned from the TV, but yeah, we're also been occupied by the British ruling. So, like, we
So,
kind of,
so
again, we've been forced to.
I could justify.
Well, your English, by the way, is super good. Also, I was a little bit worried that you just wrote the name Deepak and it was not really your name, and just like, I thought, oh God, his English is too much. Like, too much English.
Too much English? Okay.
Like, you don't have any Bharatian accent, so I just like, is he really from Bharat, or is he just like came here to troll or something? But I'm glad to see this is not the case.
Yeah, yeah. I have uh, studied abroad, so
Mm.
some language, and I like languages generally speaking. Um, like learning multiple languages, and you know how Indians have so many languages here. I'm sure you know all that. But I just wanted to ask you. You mentioned Israel, right? So is that if I were to think of Israel, can I like picturize it as a as a culture that 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 is open to any anybody from different cultures, and um, is it somewhat uh, of a of a place which has has a multi ethnic flavor to it. Can you just shed a bit of light on the on that?
Sure.
If you
First of all, Israel, people always think Israel is only Jewish country. This is not. We are like, yeah, Israel is a Jewish Judah is one of the 12 tribes of Jacob. But we just call everyone Jewish because he was the ruling one. But Israel, modern day Israel, um, it has so many different people, so many different religions. We have a lot of, Muslims and Christians also in the governments, all the setting rules and stuff. It's just like we don't like it's not only Jewish people here. Everyone here lives equally. There are some problems, but every country has a problem. Every person always think like he's getting the worst treatment because I don't know. Middle Eastern people we love to complain. So it's the same everywhere. But we have also a lot of
right,
people with a lot of different
and also,
religion, and
but most of the people in
everyone are
power.
welcome.
But when I see most of the people in power, like Benjamin Netanyahu and Ariel Sharon, they all have the European ancestry. So that gives us the impression that Israel is somewhat of an occupied place. I'm sure I'm wrong here. I'm just trying to explain an
We can
outsider's
talk about it.
perspective.
It's okay. But however, it is super important to remember the fact that their family had to run for their life and they've been sold as slaves or something in Europe. Most of
Ah,
them does not
okay.
mean that we're European ancestry. It's mean that we've been forced to be in Europe, and especially we can see that
So it's
because in
kind of
all of the
jealousy,
prayer
like
books and of no, but the
okay,
second people, like, we're always praying to go back to Israel. So this is very, very important thing to talk about. Right now, if you're looking at the government, you will see so many people like Ayub Kara, who is else in the government? God, I hate the government too. Ibtisam Mandasa, she's I butchering her name. She's in Arab
yes,
I don't know exactly what her religion is right now, but like if you want to talk
amazing.
about something like this, she's in the
That's
government. She's just trying to pass a law that like support LGBTQ Arab children. And the other Muslims people in the government are just like against it because it's not okay to be gay according to Islam. So this is another big thing right now that everyone are talking about here in Israel.
okay.
The because we yes, there is different between the people, there is different between the religions and stuff. However, everyone, like, we all believe that everyone deserve to live. I mean, in the army,
Oh,
even there, you can just like, we have so many people from all the different religions and stuff. So it is also really funny to see people like saying that, oh, Israel only Jewish people and look what they're doing to the poor Arabs, and then just like
yeah.
there are a lot of groups of like only like majority of Arabs soldiers like swearing to
Oh, wow.
protect the country on the Quran and stuff, and people are just like, I'm always sending them and people are just like, I also post a picture of someone who's like Druze because there's so many subgroups. I don't know if you're familiar what Druze is. There are so many different types of religions and people here. um
Is it like a religion or just a ethnic group?
It's a religion, and also kind of it's just like it's kind of weird. Here's the thing about Druze: the religion is secret. If you want to learn the religion, first of all, you have to be born to that religion, also like Judaism. But also only the priest there know exactly what the religion is. It's kind of just like Google Druze. It is super interesting. I have Druze friends that are just like they don't really understand because they are not the priests. But it's really important and really interesting. One of the major thing about Israel, one of the major things about our Bible, we are praying, we're saying all the time, Ki beiti, beit tefillah yeh lekol amim, which is in Hebrew, my house will be the praying house of all nationalities. So Judaism is actually
Yeah.
want all the
Nice.
nationalities and everyone to come, and everyone can join and pray there and just like spread the light, because we believe we need to add light to the world and stuff like this. This is why we celebrate Hanukkah and all this
Beautiful.
like
Lovely.
Yeah, like Diwali and stuff. A lot of things there are similarity. Um, yeah,
That
come
is
to
amazing.
Israel. That's that's my point.
We shared something very similar. There's a small sloka that goes like this: Sarve bhavantu sukinaha,
Mhm.
Sarve bhavantu santu niramaya, uh, ma kaschit dukkha pakave, which means that we pray for every being to be free of pain and sorrow, and to be free of to be free of sadness. For every living being. Very similar in this context. And I really like how you said it. That
Oh, you're becoming
when
robotic.
sad,
We cannot hear you. Can you try to fix it?
it seems clear from my end, but
You're frozen. Maybe okay. Try to fix it. Go maybe I don't know. Go try to fix it, and I'll upload you again because you just like froze. Um, let's see who else. Um, everyone who is here, you need to have your entire face or your actual name or whatever because I'm not uploading people that I cannot people who cannot stand behind their words and stuff. Yeah, let's see if you have any questions or something. If you want to join, the link is up there in the chat. I don't know where you can see the chat. So the link is up, you can join, and we can have a 10 minutes discussion on what you want to talk about. If not, I'm totally cool with ending the live stream right now. Okay, let's see. um Abhishek, are you wearing? I'm talking to you. Wave to the camera. Um, if you are, you're not. Okay, so Deepak, maybe right now it's gonna work.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, now it's working. You sounded robotic, like in the end, and it was just like, no, come back. What are you saying?
I apologize for that.
No, it's okay.
Was it? I hope it was not for too long of a duration either.
It's all
Uh,
good.
so in my mind, I'm trying to build a context for Israel, and like it sounds very much like a mosaic of West and East, and uh, like how uh, you have like multiple religions and women, and it seems like multiple languages. English is obviously spoken there. Um, it's really is a very universal country where if you're a faith, if I'm a Hindu, and if I go to Israel, if I just visit there, I won't get harassed for being brown in color or wearing like
You
this
think
thing that
your
I have.
color, you think you're brown, like you think your skin color, like come to Israel. We have so many people from Africa. Come. I want to show you how what brown looks like. I want to show you how what black look like. It's just like we have so many. It doesn't matter. Like the skin color is just
Well, America
like
has a lot of blacks, and they don't
well,
have a great
the problem with black people from America are the black people there were again stolen to be slave sold to be slaves there, and most of the people there who call themselves African American don't really know where they are from in Africa. The black
yes.
people we have here, our majority are from the Den tribe, another tribe of the Jacob tribe, and they first of all they know they also where they were they prayed, yeah, evolution things, they married people from that country and this skin color change. However, they also speak Hebrew, they speak they speak Amharic, which is the language of Ethiopia, so they are familiar with like so many okay, this bring me again to another discussion of why I don't like the USA. The African American people do not know the African part in them. No idea. They don't speak the language. They don't. I realized that when I was talking to my friend, and I said to my friend, there's a saying in Amharic. It's called "Fakarlebe," which is my beloved one. I was just like, he was bringing me something. I was like, oh, thank you, fucking Libby. And then she was just like, started screaming at us. Why did you call him the F word? And I was just like, what the hell is, like, you, who are you? You realize we're communicating in a language you don't understand. So why are you like joining? And I was realized that like they know absolutely nothing about the African part of their life. The people in here, not
Yeah.
only they are aware, like they also most of them speak the African languages. However, they are aware that like they've been forced to be in in Africa, but they come home. They are home right now. So it doesn't matter, like, again, you take the good things from all the places you've been forced to go.
When
um
did they come home to Israel? Like after the I mean recently or from the
in
very beginning?
let me check, when was Mivtza. I'm gonna Google it. Mivtza Shlomo. I wrote out in English. Let's hope. Oh, it's not understanding. Let's see. I think it's Mivtza Shlomo. It was operation that we brought people from. Oh, 1991 was the big the big operation that brought those people back. But there are a lot of people that were actually walked on foot from Ethiopia. They had to cross so many places, and we also have a memorial day for the people who had, because it's crazy to think that people walk barefoot like from Ethiopia to Israel. It's insane. Like, look on Google Earth where Ethiopia and where Israel, and just like imagine people
That's
walking
pretty
in. So
cool.
many people have lost in the desert and died there, and suffered a lot of problems on the way. So it's just like, yeah, people are coming back home from all the places we've been forced to go
I want to
to.
ask you one more question. I
Sure.
know we're talking about a different topic right now,
But
which
after
is
that, you're gonna say something good that happened in your life, because we're gonna end this conversation on a positive note.
no, I can end this conversation right now if I'm out
No,
of
no, no.
time.
You're going to say something good because this is a positive vibes. Yeah, but go ahead.
I'm
What is your question?
just letting you share the positivity, and we're soaking the positivity from how
No, you're robotic again.
I said I'm
Okay, you becoming robotic again, which is bummer for me actually. But it was nice talking to you. And it was just like it's like 1 hour and 30 minutes. So I think we're gonna um end this live stream, live chat, live whatever this is on like a positive note. So I want everyone to thank you everyone who is joining, and just like thank you everyone who is sending positive and good vibes and stuff, because that is the entire point of this whole thing. Yeah, and I will see you in one of the next live streams. I will try to do them. I'm sorry if it's going to take me a while. But yeah, so if you want to, like I said, if you want to know my opinions about the Kashmir files, I have a video about this. If you want to know about the Battle of Haifa, I have a video about this. Like, I have like all of them. So just like you can go see exactly what is going on and my thoughts and feelings about all of that. Yeah, and thank you so much for joining. See you next time. Bye, guys.